now we have a side conversation talking about the diddler. This guy, man, Meek Mill. You keep on bringing Meek Mill onto this channel, bro. You keep bringing this dude on this channel. This
He's
guy,
hilarious to me, bro.
I really hope he is seeing a therapist. Meek Mill thinks that Meek Mill is hollering collusion. He thinks that the media is out here sort of fabricating stories, insinuating that he has involvement with Diddy. And he is not here for it. And he wants to pay $100,000
Oh my
to anyone who can figure out who it is that is creating these false narratives about him in relation to Diddy, because he is tired of his name being dragged through the mud, being associated with Diddy. He's tired of it. He has gone on social media saying that he is willing to pay $100,000 to an investigative team to find out how in the world people feel the gall to come up with stories linking him with Diddy's case. So this guy Meek Mill, man. So this says Meek Mill wants to pay $100,000 to hire an investigative team to find every specific detail linking his name to Diddy's case. Meek Mill has revealed he wants to pay an investigative team $100,000 to find every piece of evidence that connects him to Diddy's sex trafficking and racketeering case. On Monday, Meek hopped on X to share a message with his followers regarding his alleged involvement in the disgraced mogul's sexual assault allegations. People have been throwing the rapper's name into the mix due to his friendship with Diddy. But Meek has had enough and is thinking of hiring an investigative team to prove he wasn't involved with any of the alleged crimes tied to Diddy. Meek also stated he wants to find out who is working behind the scenes in the media industry that is connecting him to the Bad Boy Records founder. So here's his tweet. I want to hire an investigative team, 100K cash, to find out every specific detail involving Meek Mill name to Diddy case. I also want them to look at who is powering the media involving Meek. Anything to do with Buddy. Something not right. He continued, the streets know what's up with me. That's not the case. We talking about business side. Somebody powering these bad companies with Meek Mill again, and I got 100K for a thorough investigation of who's powering and how exactly my name connect to this. So here's more of his tweets here. Fake ass publications ran stories. I got like 100 million followers worldwide. I'm not letting media override my voice. It's kids watching me from Africa, UK, etc.
What?
Robbie's son, I guess he got a new song out called Robbie's Son.
Oh, okay.
I can't be stopped. I'm signed to God. My spirit way too strong for these people. They wanted me to say something crazy about gay people like a fool. I love humans. Meek then shared a link to a visualizer of his new single, Robbie's Son, and a caption that read, and I just read that, the Philly native's latest round of tweets come after he went on a rant about bots creating fake narratives about him and Diddy. Once Diddy was arrested and the grand jury indictment was released, people questioned Meek's involvement, which he denied and claimed bots were spinning the story. My voice so powerful as a black man from the ghetto worldwide, they want it gone. Meek tweeted, I'm a real king straight out the trenches under control of no human. They learn how to damage, can't stop us of brands from bots and campaigns like politicians. He added, they manipulated these devices so bad and I'm not with them in words like me. Without a full school education, gain world influence, and a different education, I don't even want to be in this mix. LOL. That's why I never wanted to start speaking up, doing good. If any of that seemed incoherent, you're not fooling yourselves. That's because that's the way he wrote it. He wrote it that way. I was just reading it the way he wrote it. He wrote it that way. So this guy who is a lyricist can't seem to put coherent sentences together whenever he puts something out on social media. I don't get it, but that is what he says. So Meek is tired of the slander. He wants his name cleared. He wants someone to investigate. He wants an investigative team to both clear his name and to look into the media and how the media is putting feelers out there that he is connected with Diddy. what do you make of Meek Mill going off on social media because he's trying to proclaim his innocence?
I mean, I just think he needs to stop, but he won't. He's gonna keep making a fool of himself. I mean, we all saw the tape, Meek. We all saw the clip where you was in the pool. You know what I'm saying? With your backside looking like it's been injured, and and Diddy talking about saying, "You deserve this, daddy. You earned this, daddy." So we all seen you, bro. We all know you attended the freak offs, bro. We also saw you in a clip where you and Diddy were in a photo where you and Diddy were wearing matching outfits. And there was a little person along with you guys in that photo, and you were standing there like a proud auntie, hugged up on Unc. So I really don't know what you're talking about, Meek Mill. There's enough photo and video evidence to show that you and this guy were the best of buds. So uh your name getting thrown in certain allegations, it kind of makes sense, man, that you were probably we know you were at some of those freak offs. Now, for the criminal aspect of it, nobody's really looping you in for the criminal part of it. Everybody's pretty much just looping you in for being a part of Diddy's ridiculously wild escapades that required thousands of bottles of baby oil and lubricant. Okay. All right. So we know about the illicit drugs that were used at these things. I mean, the federal indictment statements had enough stuff in there that we know that you probably partook in some of that illicit behavior. So your name popping up in these rumors, man, you're not going to be able to beat this with a bat. All right. So you and your bunny hopping with Mike Rubes, you out there with your happy ending back rubs with Robert Kraft. Everybody's got enough on you, man, where your name is going to come up in meme type stuff for the rest of your career. So honestly, bro, I don't think 100K is enough for somebody to do this investigation on these air quote bots. I think you're gonna need some big time cash, man. A little 5 million, 10 million, maybe, to get the internet scrubbed of all of these, visual evidence that everybody has floating around that ties you to this man. So, him coming out and saying these things is just backhanded promotion for his latest song where he's talking about killing people, I'm sure, and selling drugs. So, which again contradicts his civil rights efforts in order to restore our community. So this guy is all over the place. And honestly, I think more people are crossing over to our side of the street and having laughs at this man versus actually upholding him as a beacon in our community, whether it be because he's standing 10 toes down as a street dude, or if he is actually an advocate for prison reform. So keep up the charades, Meek Mill. I can't get enough of it now, to be honest. I actually love it now. This is quite humorous. But what are your thoughts, man, on Meek Mill saying he's willing to pay 100,000 cash to anybody to find these people out here trying to throw his name under the bus? What are your thoughts, bro?
Yeah. Meek man. Jay-Z on the takeover. On the last verse of the takeover from the Blueprint, Jay-Z said, "A wise man told me don't argue with fools because people from a distance can't tell who is who." Meek is the person who is arguing with the fool.
Yes.
If you are innocent and you were not partaking in these festivities,
correct,
and you have no involvement and you don't associate with bro, as you put it, there'd be no need for you to give any airtime to the idea that you might be associated. Exactly. Like, It's water under the bridge. Just let it roll off your back. Um, the investigation is going to play itself out. You don't have anything to worry about because you're not involved.
Correct.
So why even add oxygen to this fire by saying you want to pay $100,000 to figure out who's doing this in the Who cares? You weren't there, Meek. Meek, you weren't there, so who cares? Like that's my whole thing, man. If I know I wasn't there, why do I need to pay anybody $100,000 to investigate anything? I wasn't there.
Correct.
I wasn't there. But Meek is the fool who's arguing with the fool. And so me, as somebody who's on the outside looking in, I'm looking at him arguing with a fool, and I can't tell the difference. I don't know who's who. So I don't know if he's telling the truth, or I don't know if the bots and the Michael
Right.
Rubin videos and the Diddy videos are right. I can't tell the difference. I can't tell the difference, man. So he needs to learn discretion. His biggest issue is a complete and utter lack of tact and discretion. He just shoots off at the hip on the internet, making himself look worse in the process.
Yep.
He's already contradicted himself a million times. He doesn't even I don't even think at this point he understands how often he double talks himself. And apparently there's no one in his corner to say, hey, Meek, you said this 6 months ago. So when you do this, or when you put this song out, or when you make this music, it not counterbalances, but it contradicts what you said 6 months ago when you were talking about things that the music industry does or the problem with certain forms of music. But he doesn't get it because he lacks accountability. He's a narc, and he doesn't even understand how the indulgences in his narcissistic tendencies get in the way of his better judgment. And to anybody out there who needs an example of how to understand the importance of discretion and tactfulness, and how to know the value of never arguing with a fool if you know yourself to not be one, this is your example. If you weren't there, don't say nothing. You know you weren't there, so there's nothing to be found out. You weren't there. There's no investigation that needs to be had here. But Meek is one of these people. He doesn't get it. He doesn't understand judgment and discretion. And as a result, he becomes the person arguing with fools. And again, a wise man does not argue with fools because people from a distance can't tell who is who. And so he is clearly not a wise man because he does not understand the value of that lesson.
Yeah, man. And that's a good point, bro. I had a professor who, and this is 14 years ago at this point. But, at the time, man, I was, coming into my own and learning a lot about the world. And a lot of it wasn't really well-known stuff. And, I was digging in the crates on history and other things. And, people just called me a crazy person. And a lot of the stuff that I was saying back then has either come to fruition now or is common knowledge. But back then I was beating my head up against the wall, arguing and debating with people, trying to help them see the light. And I had a professor who not only knew all the stuff that I knew, I mean, he put me on game for a whole bunch of other stuff. And he had said something one day where he said, I don't debate with people about stuff that I researched. And, I was like, you know what? I never really looked at it that simple before. But if you've simply done the research, then, well, there's nothing to argue about. I've read the article, I've read the book, I've either empirically seen it myself. So there's nothing really to debate with somebody who is just acting like a bot themselves. So to add to your point here, yeah, man, if there's robots on the internet trying to slander your name, if people trying to throw me into the Diddy parties, if there's bots out there saying Dogon SS was there, hey, they ain't got me floating in no pool. I know they ain't got that. But there's no reason, like as you mentioned, man, there's no need for me to go out there and and try to argue with these things. So Meek, cut it out, bro. This is one of the people that Candace Owens tried to warn us about in our community, that that lives another lifestyle, but are out here talking about he's gang banging. So yeah, Meek, just hang it up, bro. But hey, in the meantime, I'm still here for the laughs, dude. So I enjoy it all. But I think the best point here, as you mentioned, man, and this is for anything, if there's really something out there that you stand on and you believe, or if there's somebody out there accusing you, if you're in a relationship, somebody accusing you of X, Y, and Z, and you know you didn't do it, there's no need to argue or debate with this person, because honestly, the more you do it, the more foolish you look. So yeah, wise words there, man. And I'm taking heed myself, man, because every once in a while you need a reminder to not argue with people that that don't know what they talking about. So yeah, Meek, keep providing the laughs, man. Yeah, this you can't script this type of humor, man. So keep it up, bro. I love it, man.
Yeah. At this point, he doesn't even realize what he's doing. I don't think. You know, we
Hey,
deduced that we deduced that about this guy a long time ago.
yeah,
So
hey, but people, let us know down in the comment section, guys. Come on. Do you guys really believe Meek Mill? Do you really feel like there's an agenda out there for whatever reason to slander his name? You know, or do you believe that hey man, you can't fake those bunny hops or his pool floating incident with the diddler? Let us know down in the comment section, man. We'd love to hear
yeah. Good luck to you, bro. You got a long road to recovery ahead of you, man.
it. Oh,
This guy.
hysterical.
Yeah.